Good morning, it's the 29th of the 11th, 2021. It's Dave Kenworthy here. And we're looking at the UK eclipse line. It runs from the Orkney Islands down to the Spit at Hengistbury Head. And it goes through Avebury. And if we zoom in, we can see where these lines start. So we're going to the Orkneys. And we can see three lines there. One's starting, the one in the middle starts at the Brodgar Ring. The southern one starts at the Stenistone Circle. And the other one is a recent one that's been discovered through the Orion analysis of Sigurd Towery. So the three henges are representing Orion's belt according to Sigurd. And when we take these lines, which are laid by the programme, I've got no control over them, that down to Hengistbury Head, all three go through Avebury. So we can go to Avebury, because we're going to look at a crop circle. Here we go. No crop circles visible, and there's Avebury. We can't see the three lines, so we need to pull out. The line that you can see there is running from the centre of the Stonehenge-Aubrey Circle, and it's 17.333 miles long, and it's been there for a long time on this model. And we're going to pull out and look at the other three lines, because eventually they'll appear. There they are. They all go through Avebury, the three lines from Orion's belt in the Orkneys. I'm having a bit of a problem with my PC at the moment. So, what's going to happen now? We're going to look at a crop circle that we've already seen. And I bring up time lapse. And then to find the crop circle, we click on one of these bars. And what's happened here now is we can see two lines going through this circle. One of them is from the Orkneys and the other one is the line that I've just told you about. Now this circle that we can see is not a crop circle. It's a circle that was there before the crop circle was laid, and miraculously, even though the people who were laying the crop circle, assuming they were human, which we have to do, they didn't know where they were putting their crop circle, but they put it smack bang on these lines. So we can look at that now, because we go to the next time lapse, and there's the two lines. We're going to move in now so the lines will disappear so that we can see the crop circle. So there it is. And if we go back to that one, we can see the circle. It's in the same place. Now, my assumption here is that that crop circle has been put there by people who didn't know the other ancient circle. I'm assuming it's ancient. They didn't know it was there. And if we go back one more time. Sorry, I've gone too far. Go back to there. It's not there. The circle's not there. The conditions aren't right for that circle to appear until we move one place forward in time. And there it is. So this line that we can see is running from Stonehenge up to the middle of Avebury, and it actually finishes in the Pythagorean triangle drawn by Professor Alexander Thom in his plan of Avebury. Now, you've got to take my word for that. I could prove it, but it'd take too long. So we're going to go down to the Aubrey circle. So we're going to go down to the Stonehenge circle. And down we go. Down this line. Oh, the other lines have come in now. And we've not gone to the Stonehenge circle for whatever reason. Maybe if I just put Stonehenge in, it'll do it. Oh, it's getting us there. So here it is. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure from the centre of Stonehenge, where that line comes from. I'm going to measure to the centre of the circle, the old circle that we see in the time lapse, the first time lapse, not the second one that's got the crop circle on it. We're going to measure this because I know what the length is, and it's absolutely miraculous. So I need to get down closer to the centre of Stonehenge. It's great this, because they've actually got a special little cutout for the circle itself, and we can see where I'm starting from. Like I say, this line's been on this map for a very long time, as anybody who's been watching my videos will know. Now we can see where it is now, so we can put, we've got line here, it says line, so we can drag a line from here. Maybe it needs to go just a little bit further that way. That's about it. And we can drag up in feet to get to the circle at Avebury, the hidden circle at Avebury that the crop circle was placed on top of. I don't have a mouse on this laptop, so it's a bit more difficult to manipulate for me. And we pull right out now, and we can see Avebury. And we see all these lines that are on the map. Every one of these lines has got an exact measurement attached to it, and at some stage I'll go through them all, but not just yet because it's too complicated. And now we need to get into Avebury. Now, I've no idea why this crop circle has been placed on top of the hidden circle, but it has. We can see the hidden circle just about now, so I'll put that on top of it, which is just about there. And we've got 800 feet, but we're a long way away from it at the moment, so let's zoom in. And we're not quite in the middle, are we? So let's go. $89760, absolutely miraculous. And the reason why that is miraculous is because it's exactly 17 miles in imperial measure. And I've been insisting for a long time that these ancient designers were using imperial measure, because it comes from Indus Valley measure, and from Babylonian measure and Sumerian measure. They were all using the same units that we use in the modern imperial system. They're just using them in a different way. So we get 89760 here to get to the middle of that circle. And that is a stupendous measurement, because the Avebury circle that we've just moved from at Stonehenge, the circumference of the Avebury circle is 897.6 feet. And that is 330 of Professor Thom's megalithic yards. So what have we got here? We've got lines running down from the Orkneys going all the way to Hengistbury Head that go through. One of them goes through this circle. The one from Brodgar goes through this circle. And Thom told us that they were predicting eclipses at Brodgar. He also told us they were predicting eclipses at Avebury, and he also told us they were predicting eclipses at Stonehenge. These lines go through the Stonehenge cursus. And a paper has been written by some Czechoslovakian professors explaining how the Stonehenge cursus can be used as an eclipse calculation device. Now, all this is fact. I'm not making anything up here. And now we come to this crop circle, because we've got this distance of 897.60 feet, and that distance gives us the ability to calculate the eclipse, because it contains the nodal cycle, it contains the eclipse danger periods, it contains the Saros cycle, and it contains the periods between full moons. All the things that you need to calculate an eclipse, and it's all there. But we're actually looking at this miraculous position of this crop circle. So all we do is move one dab, and then we go in and we look at what we've got. And now, if I tell you that to calculate the megalithic yard, you need an equilateral triangle, which is this, and the megalithic yard, when the side of this triangle is 1, the distance from the top of the triangle there to the bottom of the triangle here, where this line finishes, that as a diameter will produce a circle round it of exactly 1 megalithic yard. Now, as I've said before, I'm not really wanting to bring crop circles into this very serious, supposedly very serious analysis of the work of Alexander Thom. But it's impossible not to here. I'm sure you can realise that. I've got no explanation why this is happening. But the apothem of this triangle, when you put a circle round it and this side is 1, each side of the equilateral triangle is 1, you get a megalithic yard. So that's all I've got to say on that, and obviously I'm quite stunned about this. But I think anybody who's into crop circles needs to see this video, and if anybody's got any ideas about why this is happening, I'd really be interested to hear them.